same way, you're going to learn things about Canada that you have no idea about, okay? So very welcoming. Now, it's a small town. It is only 5,000 people. It's a village. It's not a village in a Bangladeshi sense, but the size of the population of the town itself is very small. Now that is wonderful because you get to know people, and you know people on a name basis. People will walk by you saying hello. They will be thrilled to see you. They won't actually know your name, but people say hello as they walk by. It's not like this, okay? It's not that, okay? It's not cars smucking into each other and CNGs hitting buses, okay? So there's none of that, okay? And I'm not making fun. I'm just making the point that this is a different population size, okay? I like Bangladesh. I'm having a great time here, okay? So please don't misunderstand me. It's a small town. You don't need buses. You might use a bicycle, but most people walk, okay? It's very convenient. If you live off campus, you are never more than 5 or 10 minutes walking distance to campus, okay? So you can go home for lunch and come back. You can go home for supper and then come back and do a group study or go to watch a basketball game or whatever it is, okay? So small town. 25 minutes down the road is a small city. It's not a big city by Bangladeshi standards, but it is a Canadian city, and it has more multicultural restaurants and that kind of thing, okay? So there are some pictures. We have 2 banks in the town, so in terms of where you can put your money, you can put them in very safe banks in the town, okay? This is our campus. You can't see, is the angle okay? Can you see okay? I know it's tiny. Okay, this is the library. The academic buildings are in the middle of the campus. Over here is the dining hall, and there are 3 dorms here. This is the swimming pool, the gymnasium, fitness facilities, and student services here, okay? Another picture of the campus. Library, you see that roundish building? That's the library. Psychology's next to it. The academic buildings are here. This is the business building right in behind there. Dining hall, 3 dorms, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dorms over here, okay? Half of our students, so about 1,100, live in these dorms. The other half live in apartments and houses around the campus, okay? We recommend in first year that you go in the dorms. Couple of reasons. If you go in the dorms, you are going to be automatically more involved in campus life. If you go to classes and then you go live in a homestay or something off campus, that's okay, but you will always be missing something, and you won't even know what you're missing because you haven't been around long enough to know. You know what I'm saying? So we recommend dorm in the first year. And also, generally, students perform better academically in the dorms than they do off campus in first year. Okay? Why? Again, because they don't feel isolated. They feel like they belong. Okay? And I'm not saying it's for everybody, but I'm telling you the general situation. Okay? So half of the students live in the dorms, the other half live in apartments and houses and walking distance around the campus. Okay? Here's an example of a class. This is a 3rd year chemistry class, and you can see about 15 students sitting around with this prof, who is Dr. Andrew Grant, world-class professor. Look how easy it is to talk to that professor, okay? Here's his 1st year English. This is 3rd year business. This is an entrepreneurship class. And here's 15 students sitting around a table talking to Dr. Nauman Farooqi from Lahore, Pakistan, a great professor. He's Muslim, and he's very interested in supporting students of Muslim faith. Okay, so Islamic students and there are others, but he is one who helps get students to mosques, who helps with prayers on Friday and those kinds of things. Okay, so he's a great guy for you to know about. This is a 3rd year philosophy class. You can see half of it here, the other half's over here. This is Dr. Rupan Majitya from India. He's from Bangalore. And what's interesting about him is that unlike most people in India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh, he's interested in philosophy. He's not in computer science, engineering, mathematics, science, and business. Most people, India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh, are interested in business or the sciences. He's the head of the philosophy department, which is pretty cool. Now, professors have two jobs. Can you guess what professors' two jobs are?
One is to impart students and
one
to impart students, teach students.
Right. One is teaching. What's the other part?
He's studied by maybe his research.
That's exactly what it is. So professors have two jobs. They teach the knowledge that we have, right? To spread the knowledge that we have. They do research to get more knowledge about the things that we don't know. Okay? So professors do research and they teach. Now, when all of our professors do research, when they do research, they need student help. Do we have PhD students to help them? No. Do we have master students to help them? Very, very few. We actually have 10, but we ignore them, okay, basically for this purpose. So guess who helps the professors with their research? Bachelor's students. And I want you to think about that. That's not an option in most universities, okay? I've met some students tonight who are quite capable after second or third year of getting a job at the university doing research with a professor, okay, as a paid job in the summer. And the experience of doing that research at the bachelor's level is very valuable. Because in most universities, you don't have that experience at the bachelor's level. So you can imagine when it becomes time to apply for PhD or master's, if you've got research at the bachelor's level, you're very well prepared and you have an advantage over students from other universities. Okay, so that's important that you understand that. Next thing, you have the opportunity if you want to, and if you qualify, to study in another country in your third year. So think about this. You guys have got HSC or A-levels. I think you're all A-levels or HSC, I can't remember, but pretty much, in Bangladesh. Then you go to Canada for 2 years, and you do first and second year. So that's the Canadian experience. Then in third year, you could go to another country, take courses in another country that count and are pre-approved on your Mount Allison degree, and then you do fourth year at Mount Allison and you graduate. And think about it, you've got a high school in Bangladesh, you've got a Canadian BA that includes experience in another country. That's pretty good world experience as you're leaving your bachelor's degree, okay? And we have partnerships in 25 countries, okay? Okay, development of the whole person. Do you remember I said point 4, we are intentional about development of the whole person? I'm not going to spend a lot of